So this is side A, right? Cut this side out, took it over, held it up on the transfer case. My bolt holes are right, everything looks good. So I set it down on my plate, trace it out with a piece of chalk, and we'll cut out side B. Inside the holes that I'm torching will go these thick sleeves, and my bolts will go inside the sleeve. I've got these Axletech bolts that came off of, I believe, the brake calipers on the Axletech front end, and I'm going to use those. They've got that long flat spot there that'll go in my sleeve. It'll bolt up in my transfer case, give me lots of room in there to work, and I like it very much. It's very strong. It's going to be very nice. A little bit of torching and a whole lot of welding, and I'm going to have myself a transfer case hanging from the truck. Stay tuned. Or don't. So now I got my sleeves lined up, ready to weld them in. What are you doing?
I'm making a pond.
Cool.
Ah, look, my pond already looks set.
Nice.
Now we can catch fish in the ice.
All right. What's your name, little girl? What's your name?
What's your name?
Aww, you're so pretty. Oh no! What happened? Oh! I guess you made a booby trap. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna go home.
It's okay. Jump in there.
All right, my cradle's been set on both sides. Now it's time to build some link arms. I don't have an exact plan. I'm just gonna make it up as I go. Now, let's take the first one I welded. It's now cool to the touch, a little warm, be okay. We're gonna figure out which one is right and which one is left, and what that means is it doesn't mean right and left, it means which one turns clockwise and which one turns counterclockwise. Counterclockwise is marked with an L on my heim joint, clockwise isn't marked at all. And my nuts aren't marked, so I gotta figure that out just by turning it. Oh, and I wanna stick some of this goo in your hole. All right. Put a little bit of that in there for good luck. Put a little of this in there for good luck too. All right, very good. All right. Now that I've properly lubricated the hole, let's go ahead and see if my heim joints will thread in. If I've done everything right, they should go in nice and easy. But, so that one there must be counterclockwise. That'll be an L. Now the reason for that, if you don't know, is so that my arms are adjustable. If they were both right hands, if they were both the same thread, they both turn the same way. If I wanted to make this arm longer or shorter, I would have to unbolt one side or both take it down off the truck, basically eliminating suspension for the time being. Quite a project, taking your suspension apart. Pull an arm out one at a time and unthread the arm. If one side is right-hand thread and one side is left-hand thread, all I have to do is loosen my jam nuts and then turn these nuts, these hex heads, on my bar, and I can turn my bar either longer or shorter. Then tighten the jam nuts and go again. And these ones I bought here, I bought because they're greasable, because I didn't want them to squeak. And another nice feature about them is that they're very long compared to the regular heim joints that I usually use. Let's turn these suckers in, lock up the jam nuts, try the other side. This one will be righty-tighty, and so far it's going along pretty good. There's that. Now, I've got 4 link arms, well, at least a couple of them. And I'm going to take them under the truck and try and figure out what's going on there. Alright, here's my bar. Here's my front axle. And here's my drop down undercarriage of my frame. What are we calling that? A cradle. Very good. Use my knee as a prop. And basically, my lower 4-link bar up front is going to look something like that. Nice flat angle, probably midway through the suspension cycle. And it's going to work very good. Another top arm will come in, triangulated, I believe, so long as I follow through with my plan for hydraulic steering. All right, let's go ahead and make some ears. So what I'm going to do now is just focus on where my heim meets my cradle here. I'm going to make an ear for each side identical. Then I'm going to bolt them up to my heims, tack them onto the frame, then make ears for the axle. If I like them, I weld them in. If I don't, I change them. All right, now I'm going to take my piece of paper and pencil and I'm going to trace the angle of this curve, and then I'll know what I'm working with when I make my ear. That looks nice right there. So here's my drawing, and that tells me a lot. All right, so here's ear number 1. And inside of that hole, the hole is extra big. These heim joints have 3/4 inch bolts. So I cut these pieces of tubing, got a pile of them here, I'm gonna have a pile more, and that'll go inside and sleeve through my 1/4 inch plate. Okay, now I've got my tab ready to weld on. But where do I weld it and at what angle? Put a bolt through it, stick that bolt through my heim, and let's put the bottom of the arm there on that wooden block, right about in the position it'll be at. Then let's jam my knee in there. Oh boy. It's a little bit hot. I'm gonna be okay. And now we can see right around where that thing's going to the axle, how it's getting there, the angle it's on this way, up and down and side to side, how far it'll be from the tire when the tires are turned. We don't want it to be too far out to the side of the truck. I'd prefer that it's narrower at the cradle than it is on the axles, and I can clearly see I'm achieving that just like that. Don't want it to be on the wrong angle, putting a little bind on the heim joint to begin with. Something like that looks real nice. I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I want it like that. That's right there. Pretty fucking nice. That right there is pretty fucking nice. He's pretty good right there. I might have to tack that on and get a little closer look at the axle. So what I'm gonna do now is put my helmet on, and everything fell the fuck off. I'm gonna start over. Oh fucking shit, god damn it. Nothing ever wants to cooperate. There we go. All right, now. Let's move that a little. Fingers burning up here, there we go. Put that in there. And then, very carefully, try and put this back how it was. How was it? I don't know, I can't remember. I can't recall. I can't recall. All right, something like that, right? Looks real nice. Did look real nice. Now, looks like rice. Oh boy. Okay. Now, let's see how we look down here, over there, all around. Just go around and do an inspection of my work. That looks fine. I'm happy with that. That's beautiful. So now you can see, obviously I have an incomplete 4-link mount up here. It's only half of it. Got nothing else to go to back here. We're gonna have to design that as things move forward. But what I want to accomplish right now is getting a design on these, getting a design on the mounts over here, getting everything tacked together while I've got these axles in the right spot. Once that's done, you finish the mounts, no big deal. Okay, very exciting. This is a very exciting time in my life. I love it.